Safemoon. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a fraud. It's a scam.
Stay away from Safemoon.
Now, you guys have probably heard all of that because Safemoon has been blowing up in the news recently, and a lot of people are calling it a scam. Well, what is Safemoon, and why is it a scam, and why does everyone hate it, and what's the benefits to Safemoon? I'm gonna explain all this in today's video, why some people think it is the best thing since sliced bread, and other people are calling it the biggest scam of the 21st century, so stay tuned and make sure you guys watch the entire video. If you guys have been living under a rock lately and haven't heard about Safemoon, Safemoon is a cryptocurrency project that has really been blowing up in the news recently. Safemoon's current price is 0.000006 as recording the video, so it is basically nothing per coin. So why is Safemoon exploding, and why is it having these massive surge in price? Well, no one really knows why, and I'm not going to sit here in front of you and act like I know why, because I don't. But there are many crypto projects that are very similar to this whole idea of Safemoon. One theory behind why Safemoon is exploding recently is literally because it has a cool name, Safemoon. Safemoon was started by a man named Thomas Smith, and again, it's recently blown up with over 1 million wallets starting just on March 8th. It's climbed to an astounding valuation of over $4 billion in this very short time period, and that's why it's blowing up on the news. But what is its goal, and what is it actually trying to solve? Because all these crypto projects are trying to solve an actual issue. It all boils down to tokenomics, and yes, that is literally just token and economics put together. Tokenomics is the study of how cryptos actually work in the broader ecosystem of the cryptocurrency markets. This has to do with token distributions and how it incentivizes people to actually use the coin in the markets. Now, Safemoon actually has a very interesting way how it incentivizes people to buy and hold the coin. And it has a very unique way in discouraging people from actually selling it and using it in daily transactions. Anytime that you sell a Safemoon coin that you are holding, you get slapped with a 10% fee. So if you go and sell $100 of Safemoon, you're really only getting $90 in return. Now, 50% of that fee will actually get distributed into other people holding the coin. These distributions will be due to the proportions on how much you owe. So people who own more will actually gain more from people selling, and people who own less will actually gain less from people selling. It's basically whoever has more will get more of the cake because they own more. Then the other 50% of that 10% fee will actually get split up again into two 25%. 25% of that goes into BNB, which is actually the exchange it's being traded on, and the other 25% will actually be towards the liquidity pool, which allows people to buy and sell and trade in and out of the coin more smoothly. If you're holding Safemoon and you decide to sell, then yes, you are directly giving your money towards other people who are holding Safemoon. So what is this token actually trying to solve? I don't know, bro. I really don't. And to be completely honest, no one else knows either. What it seems to be trying to do is actually rewarding tokens more fairly, which it really doesn't make any sense because these tokens will never actually be rewarded fairly among everyone who's holding it. However, if you're holding Safemoon and people decide to sell, the people who got in earliest will actually gain more benefit from those people selling, and whoever has the most coins will actually, again, reap more benefits than people who don't. But this doesn't really make any sense because the earlier people get in and the more coins that they actually hold, the more they reap benefits from people actually buying and selling the coin. You're rewarded by holding because if everyone else is buying and selling, you are actually getting a small commission from all those transactions. Again, proportional to how much you own. They say it's supposed to help in video games, help charities, and solve liquidity problems. But how true is that? Well, you have to take in consideration Safemoon is a deflationary currency, which in turn disincentivizes people to actually use it on a daily basis. Because why would you sell it if you know that you're going to lose 10%, and you just really wouldn't go and buy a bag of chips if you're going to lose 10% of every dollar that you spend on it? It just doesn't make any sense. The only time that you would actually spend Safemoon is for some reason you're going to be making more by actually spending it, or if it's a really cool product that you actually like and you don't mind selling off and losing the 10% value, which is encouraging you to bring in friends and hold for the long term. And yes, it does have less utility, and you can argue that as well in Bitcoin because Bitcoin does have a finite amount of coins that will ever be able to be mined, and why would you actually use it today if you know it's going to go up in value tomorrow? Maybe not actually tomorrow, but in the future, you know what I mean. This all goes back to the greater fool theory, understanding how Bitcoin is too slow and too expensive to use in daily purchases. However, Bitcoin has a different purpose in mind, and that is to democratize
democratize
money and basically taking away power from the governments and giving it back to the people. And there's really no other large-scale crypto projects who are trying to do this. Well, why is Safemoon exploding if there is different projects that are very, very similar? And it all comes back down to marketing. If you can get your name out there better than the other crypto projects, you're most likely going to have more success. They made a partnership with Binance, which spread their name very, very quickly and rapidly through the crypto community. And if you get your project actually on Binance, then you're going to get a lot more publicity, and thus those publicity will actually funnel more money into your project, thus making massive returns for the original coder. And when these projects are so small, it doesn't take a lot of money to actually get 10 to 20 to 30,000% return, because if it has a small market cap and you just move, again, a very small amount of money into it, it can move the prices dramatically. And when this happens, typically the founder of these crypto projects will just take their profits and ride into the sunset and never be seen again, just basking in their bathtubs of cash. However, a ton of very, very early adopters also make a ton of money as well, and they have different ways to either ride off into the sunset, hold for the long term. It's completely up to them. So looping back to the tokenomics, tokenomics is right now selling you a promise. Safemoon is selling you a promise that if you buy in now, hold for the long term, you will actually make more money on the back end.
seems kind of like a Ponzi scheme.
But this whole idea of early adopters mentality, when the early people get in and make tons and tons of money, is also manipulated in Safemoon as well. They have a 1 quadrillion cap on their tokens, which is, yes, 1 with 15 zeros behind it, which those early adopters aren't really early adopters, because if they have the 50th millionth coin that was produced, that's not really early. There's 50 million coins. But why make it this big? It just relates back to the power of marketing. This incentivizes people to spend on Safemoon, and $100 will get them millions of tokens, which then they think that they're really rich.
Because then if it just goes to $1, they are a millionaire.
I just really want to stress the point that the price is not necessarily the value of the underlying security. And the really cheap price of Safemoon is very similar to the reason why stocks stock split. It's because people have an emotional appeal on buying a cheaper stock, thinking that they're actually getting a better deal when they really aren't. It's just all psychological. Their success in their marketing strategy has provoked a lot of other crypto projects, and I'm not really going to shout them out because I really do not support this type of cryptocurrencies. Tokenomics is literally just speculation on hoping that the next guy will pay more, and again, you need to make 11% just to be able to really profit the 1%. In my own humble opinion, I would like to invest in crypto projects that are actually solving real world problems and actually have a functional use. There are a lot of passionate people around Safemoon, and I just really want to stress that it is very speculative. I think Safemoon bringing more and more publicity to the crypto markets is a great thing, and I hope Safemoon actually helps more people than hurts them. I just stress that you need to be careful with people in power like this and just really manage your risk, because you can get burned. And if you haven't already, please smash that like button. It really helps out the YouTube algorithms, and I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, good luck in the markets, and I'll see you guys next time.